First Samuel 4, verse 5 to 8. When the ark of the Lord's covenant came into the camp, all Israel raised such a great shout that the ground shook. Hearing the uproar, the Philistines asked, "What's all this shouting in the Hebrew camp?" When they learned that the ark of the Lord had come into the camp, the Philistines were afraid. "A god has come into the camp," they said. "Oh no, nothing like this has happened before. We are doomed." So the Philistines here are the pagan. They are the people who worship idols and they have their own many gods. Yet we see here the Jews, God's people, they too treat their living God like an idol. Yeah. We don't have to look very hard in our own culture to see the same mistake repeated today again and again. They set the word of God aside and substitute their own understanding of God, either in physical form or otherwise. Then they treat their God like a genie in a bottle. Their thinking generally say that if I can come close to this object of faith, say the right word, make the right gesture, I appease God. And if I appease God, I gain his favor. The same mistake that the Israelites did here. Christian can do something very similar. It has become more of a superstition than a spirit led. That person will carry crosses and put them around their neck because he thinks that the crosses will somehow bless him if he carry them. Or he will hang them on his rear view mirror of his car, believing that the cross will protect him. Or he would pause for a moment before a painting of Jesus Christ in a church and say a prayer. They will recite certain prayer thinking that this prayer has some kind of a mystical, magical power. In other words, we often choose or do certain things or say certain things or sing certain hymns and create all these iconic forms of God as if they have some kind of magical, mystical, spiritual power, forgetting they are just man-made objects. When you do these things, you reduce God into something that you can control or manipulate to your own desire. Now, we, as a true Christian, will worship in spirit and in truth. God is already in you. How close do you need to get? How much closer can you be when the Spirit of God is already living in you?